Welcome to Learners Math TV. In this video, we will identify number patterns and sequences, generate patterns based on given rules, predict the next terms in a sequence, and describe the pattern using algebraic expressions. Gusto kong pagmasdan ninyo ang tatlong pictures na ito. Ayan. Ano napapansin nyo? Ito ay isang seashells. Ito naman ay galaxy. At ito naman ay yung itsura ng typhoon. Kapag tinitignan mo siya, doon sa, ito ay satellite image ng typhoon. Okay? So it seems like yung nature was created and designed with patterns. So meron siyang sinusunod na pattern. Tingnan nyo mabuti. Ganon din naman in making a box. Ba, magagawa ka ng maraming boxes. Nangangailangan ka rito ng pattern. Para of course, kung gagawa ka ng marami, yung gusto mong pare-parehong sizes at pare-parehong shape ng mga boxes na gagawin mo, nangangailangan ka ng isang pattern. Now, when it comes to mathematics, we are going to learn how to generate patterns in sequences. What is a sequence? In our own language, pwede natin siyang i-translate na sunod-sunod or pagkakasunod-sunod. A sequence is a set of related events, movements, or things that follow each other in a particular order. For example, meron tayo ditong set of Philippine peso coins. They follow a particular order, di ba? From the largest value to the smallest value, yung kanilang particular order. Tapos, they are related things dahil pare-pareha silang Philippine peso coins. Hindi sila magiging sequence kung bigla kang maglalagay dyan sa gitna nila ng isang coins na hindi Philippine currency o hindi peso. Halimbawa, lagay mo dyan ay coin mula sa ibang country. Hindi mo na siya masasabi ngayon na siya ay sequence. Now, in mathematics, is a function whose domain is a set of positive integers. It also means an ordered list of numbers. Ano ba yung sinasabi nating function? A function is a relationship or expression involving one or more variables. Okay, halimbawa, if we have a sub n is equal to 2 times n, maglagay tayo dito ngayon ng mga set of numbers. Okay, ito yung mga elements na nagre-represent sa ating mga numbers. This is the first, the second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, and seventh element. So, ilagay natin ngayon yung set of numbers natin. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, then 14. So, ngayon, yan ay may kukonsider natin na sequence. Why? Kasi they are related numbers. Bakit? Silang lahat ay even numbers. And what else? They follow each other in particular order. Okay? Mapapansin natin, if we add 2 becomes 4, if we add 2 becomes 6, if we add 2 here becomes 8. If we add 2 becomes 10, if we add 2 becomes 12, if we add 2 becomes 14. So meron silang pinapollow na particular order. Now, yan yung tinatawag nating sequence. Okay? This is a function. Tingnan natin mabuti. Halimbawa, tingnan nyo kukunin natin itong third element. Ito. So, n is 3. Right? The third element, n is 3. 2 times 3, if n is 3, 2 times 3 is equal to 6. Halimbawa, ito. 7. Diba? 2 times 7 is equal to 14. So now, since we have now the sequence, may generate natin ngayon yung pattern. Ano yon? Ibig sabihin, kung gagawa pa tayo ng mga ibang elements dito, ibang elements, dudugtungan pa natin yan. Di ba? The 8th elements, the 9th, the 10th, and so on and so forth, meron na tayong sinusunod na particular order. And that is what we so-called pattern. Now, yung N na yan yung tinatawag natin sa ating definition na domain. Okay, yan ang reason kung bakit siya ay set of positive integers. Positive lang lahat yan kasi nagsasabi lang naman siya kung ikailan yung element. Diba? First, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, and seventh. Wala naman sasabihin, ikailan yung element? Ika-negative seventh element. Walang ganon. Kaya, sinasabi dyan that is a function whose domain is a set of positive integers. Yun ang reason kung bakit positive integers ang domain ng function na ito. Okay? So, ang tawag dyan sa lahat na yan, yung mga elements na yan, ang tawag natin dyan ay terms. Okay? Mula ngayon, ang tawag natin dyan ay terms. This is the first term, second term, third term, fourth, fifth, sixth, and the seventh term. Ngayon, kung magdadagdag pa tayo ng mga terms dyan, we can use this function. Okay? Kasi meron na tayong sequence, kaya pwede na tayong makapag-generate ng patterns. Let us now talk about the two types of set of terms in a sequence. Una, yung finite set of terms. A sequence with limited numbers of terms. Example natin dyan, ayan. Then, yung pangalawa, infinite set of terms. A sequence with unlimited number of terms. Example, ayan. So, let us compare. Kapag finite, ayan, wala siyang dot, dot, dot dito. Kasi itong infinite set of terms, comma, dot, 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 it is denoted infinitely. So, ibig sabihin, pag nakakita ka ng ganyan, yung set of terms niya ay infinite. So, ibig sabihin, unlimited yung number of terms niyan. Okay, hindi yan natatapos. Unlike dito, wala naman siyang comma, tapos dot, dot, dot. Okay, ibig sabihin yan, hanggang dito lang yung number of terms niya. So, yan yung dalawang klase or dalawang types ng set of terms in a sequence. Ano naman yung tinatawag nating general term of a sequence? Is a formula that expresses the value of any term in the sequence as a function of its position n. It allows you to find any term without listing all the previous terms. Gagamitin nating example dito yung ginamit natin kanina. Halimbawa, etong a sub n is equal to 2n. Yan yung tinatawag nating general term. It allows us to find any term without listing all the previous terms. Halimbawa, kukunin natin yung a sub 21 or the 21st term of that given sequence. Okay, ano ba yung 21st term niya? Okay, using the formula na tinatawag nating general term, n is 21. So, ang gagawin lang natin dyan ay 2 times n or 2 times 21, it is equal to 42. Okay? So, it allows us to find any term without listing all the previous terms. Di mo na kailangan na ilist ang pagkahaba-haba hanggang makarating ka sa ika-21st term. Now, let us do this example. Find the first 5 terms of the sequence whose general term is given by a sub n is equal to quantity n minus 2 raised to n. So, kunin natin yung ating mga terms. O, 5 lang naman yung kailangan. Okay, for our first term, a sub 1 is equal to 1 minus 2, quantity 1 minus 2 raised to 1. So, that is equal to negative 1. For our second term, 2 minus 2 raised to 2 yan. Okay? So that is equal to 0 raised to 2. A sub 2 is equal to 0. 0 ang ating second term. For the third term, 3 minus 2 raised to 3. So that is 1 raised to 3. Our third term is 1. For the fourth term, so ang n natin dyan ay 4. Then minus 2 raised to 4. So 2 raised to 4 is equal to 16. So 16 ang ating fourth term. For the fifth term, a sub 5 is equal to 5 minus 2 raised to 5. So 3 raised to 5 is equal to 243. So the fifth term is 243. So yung ating sequence ay mula -1, 0, 1, 16, and 243. Yung ating first 5 terms. Okay, susundin mo lang yung ating general term o yung formula to get all those terms. Okay, next example, find the first 4 terms and the 12th term of the sequence whose general term is given by a sub n is equal to quantity -1 raised to n plus 1 times n. Ayan, susundin lang natin yung formula na yan to get the 4 terms. Okay, tapos yung ika-12 term of the sequence. Okay. So, ayan. So, a sub 1 muna natin. Kunin natin yung ating a sub 1. So, siyempre, lagay lang natin dyan yung ating mga value ng n. Ayan. So, that is raised to 2. -1 raised to 2. Then, 1 times 1 equals 1. So, 1 ang ating first term. So, for our second term, a sub 2 is equal to -1. So, yung n natin dyan ay 2, then plus 1, then times 2. So, -1 raised to 3 is equal to -1. Then times 2, a sub 2 is equal to -2. And then next is our third term, -1 raised to 3 plus 1. So, that is 4. So, magiging -1 raised to 4, then magiging positive 1 times 3 yan. Okay? Positive 1 times 3. So, that is equal to 3. So, the third term is equal to 3. Now, for the fourth term, so, -1 raised to 4 plus 1 times 4. So, raised to 5. So, magiging -1 times 4. Okay. So, a sub 4 is equal to -4. Ayan. Ayan, -4. Lagi lang natin tatandaan dito, no? Kapag ang exponent natin ay odd number, negative yan. Kapag even number, ito. Kapag yan ay even number, positive ito. O, kagaya nito, ito ay 4, di ba? So, positive yung 1 dito. Okay, dito naman, dahil ito ay odd number, negative yung 1 dyan. Okay. Tingnan nyo rito. Positive yung exponent, even yung exponent, kaya positive yung 1 dito. Okay? So, para kung malalaking numbers na, okay, alam niyo malalaking numbers or exponent. So, since ito ay odd number, so negative yan. Kaya -1 times 4 is equal to -4. So, the fourth term is -4. The next is the 12th term. Ayan. So, ito. 12 plus 1 is 13. So, magiging raised to 13 yan. Okay. Yan ay odd numbers. Kaya, ito ay -1. A sub 12 is equal to -1 times 12. So, A sub 12 is equal to -12. Ayan. So, ayan ngayon yung mga set of terms natin dun sa ating sequence. wherein galing yan dito sa sinunod nating general term or formula. Now, for our third example, write the general term in the given sequence. Ayan. Ano napapansin ninyo? 1, 8, 27, 64, 125, and so on and so forth. So, yung sequence na yan, mapapansin natin that all those numbers are what? Okay? Set of perfect cube numbers. Kaya, ang ating general term would be a sub n is equal to n raised to 3. Okay? So, di ba, halimbawa, ito, yung 27, ika-third siya, di ba? Third. Okay? So, 3 raised to 3, di ba, is equal to 27. Okay. So, next, write the general term in the given sequence and find the 16th term in the sequence. Ayan. -5, 10, -15, 20, -25, and so on and so forth. This is an infinite sequence. Now, we have to observe that each term is a product of n and 5, but in alternating sign. O tandaan, kapag alternating ang sign niya, negative, positive, negative, positive, maglalagay tayo dyan dapat ng -1 raised to n. Okay? Quantity -1 raised to n. Since ito ay product ng n at saka ng 5, lagay natin dito yung 5n. Di ba? Bawa, tingnan natin, wala muna yung sign. First term, 1 times 5 is 5, 2 times 5 is 10, 2 times, di ba? 3 times 5 is 15. So, tama yung sinasabi rito, if we observe that each term is a product of n and 5. Pero, in alternating. Dahil dyan, kaya gagamit tayo nitong quantity -1 raised to n. Then, let us now find the 16th term in the sequence. Ayan. So, since ayan na yung ating formula or yung general term, kunin natin yung 16th term. A sub 16 is equal to -1 raised to 16 times 5 times 16. So, since yan ay, ito ay even, so magiging positive yan. Diba? 1 times 5 times 16 na ngayon ang mangyayari. So, that is equivalent to 80. So, ibig sabihin, the 16th term of this sequence is 80. So, ito ngayon, yung mga set of terms niya. Up to the 16th term. Maaari natin gamitin ang internet upang maghanap ng pagsasanayan. Laging tatandaan, sa math ay hindi maaari na nanonood ka lamang. Upang maging mahusay, dapat lagi kang handa na mag-practice o magsanay.